Welcome to the third ever Barely Adulting podcast, and we got a special one today because I got my son with me. Not literally, but I call him my son, my buddy Kason. Super excited to have you, bud. We've been talking about doing this since for a while now, and we finally got the time to do it. So, I mean, kind of let the people at home know kind of every a little bit about yourself, and then we'll just jump right into it.
I'm Kason. I'm from the upstate of South Carolina. It's pretty nice up here. It's pretty. I have a nice little golf course job, work maintenance, drive stuff all day. It's a nice, have a nice little life. A little tech nerd, like my cars, all of the above. Just an average boy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think with that little bit of background, I think we just get into the nitty gritty. I mean, the way we became friends is very. It's quite funny because I
Yeah.
mean, what you academy?
Yeah.
I was friends with Silas at the time, and then you were hanging out with Jake, who we had on last week.
Yep.
So pretty cool to get you two back to back.
Yeah, it is.
Um, but I mean,
Back then, I was always with Jake, though. You wouldn't catch me
always,
without him. Bro.
always. But that's how me and Silas were then too.
Yeah.
That's how me and him were then too. So I mean, I feel like that time everybody had their best friend, and then we had our group,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just go around doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's definitely interesting how all of this has worked out, going
It really
forward,
is. It really
everything.
is weird how everybody's went the directions they have.
Yeah, and everybody's rightfully gone their own directions. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
things have happened, but that's part of growing up.
Yeah,
Everybody can't agree.
that's right. Yeah, it's weird.
That's so crazy to think about. And that was just what 8 months ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long
Oh
ago. It
no,
was
no,
summertime. It
no,
was less than that,
no,
dude.
no. It was almost. It's almost a year.
Oh,
It's
yeah, because
almost
it
a
was
year because
still
it was
cold when
yes
we were
because
hanging
it was
out.
like
Yeah,
it was right before Christmas.
yeah.
Like I think even like right before Thanksgiving too. Maybe a little bit before that.
Gosh, bro.
That's crazy to think that it's either been a year or it's almost been a year.
Yeah,
And we feel like we've known each other our whole lives.
yeah. That is weird. I really haven't think it's been that long.
Not since I sat on it, because even me and Jake didn't talk about that long much.
Yeah,
We didn't talk about like me and Zeke did. Like me and Zeke have been friends for. He was the
dude.
very first person to be on the podcast.
Zeke is like one of the coolest guys I know.
Dude.
I love Zeke, bro. He's so passionate. I
Oh
love
yeah,
it. I love
he
it.
can't. It's funny, not funny, but since we're talking about him, he actually called me today and was talking about when we were doing our next episode. And for the viewers at home, I have some good news, and you get to hear it for the first time too. But hopefully, in the next few weeks, we'll have our first video podcast out.
A video podcast.
Yeah, yeah. I'm nervous about that.
Yeah, I would.
I'm
be
nervous
too.
about that, especially when it comes to my software.
Go get a little haircut.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I got one not. Shit. I got one not long ago, but I mean it. I just needed my haircut, so I just literally walked into Great Clips and was like, "Do whatever's on file."
No, you called me this morning. Taking my morning shit, bro. Had just woken up, dude. I was like, fine, whatever. Let's do it.
Hey man, I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have you. We've been talking about this for, I guess, either a year or almost a year, because you've known about me wanting to do a podcast for since we met,
Mm-hmm.
and finally I have the means of doing it. We got the first two episodes out. We lost a mic. There we go. And we lost headphones. Why did that move like that?
I was tugging on my headphone cord, but I didn't think I was pulling on it.
I'll put it a little bit.
All right.
Go ahead, talk, try it out.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
You got something I could put in front of this? I can put my phone in front of it.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'll hold it down enough. Anyway. Technical difficulties.
Yep.
Hey. And it didn't mess up this time. So far.
Hey.
So far we're running pretty good. But what were we
Yeah.
talking about? I couldn't even tell you after the mixer drop.
Me either, bro. Fucking blur, dude.
Nah, man. So, you got anything? You got any big plans or anything that you're working on, or anything you want to work on, or?
I mean, nothing necessarily in particular. I mean, I've just been floating around right now trying to save some money,
Yeah.
get some things done. Mainly worried about vehicle wise.
Yeah. You blew your Ranger up?
The Ranger is not blown up, okay? It is not blown up.
I heard otherwise.
It doesn't. She doesn't even leak anything. And she still cranks and sounds great when she cranks. Like, you can hear good compression in it.
Okay, so what's wrong with it? Because last I heard it was blown up.
It's not blown up. Who told you it blew up?
You did.
I didn't say it blew up.
Okay.
What had happened is it had broke down. Like, it went.
Yeah.
It like wouldn't rev over $2,000, and it just like shit out. Like, it would acted like it wasn't getting any fuel. It was really weird. And then I parked it where I got to where I needed to be, and then it just like wouldn't crank over. I replaced the cool pack and the fuel pump on it, and the relays, and it ran. It ran for like 2-3 minutes, and then it did the same thing.
Weird.
So after that, I replaced the ICM and all the fuses, every fuse in that truck, and then I don't know. I don't know if it's the lemon. I don't know if I got a bad ground. It could be at the distributor.
I hope to God it's not a bad ground. I've been through that. It sucks.
It could be my crankshaft position sensor. I mean, it could be anything. And it's OBD1. That's why I haven't fucked with it, because you can't really find out. You just got to
It doesn't have
fix
an
and
OBD
replace. You got to flash codes on it and read all the flashes.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not doing all that. I love working on cars, but not that.
That's like, no.
That's the one thing. Once it comes to like an OBD reader and things like that, like I'm cooked.
OBD readers aren't bad. Like OBD2, it's so easy, but OBD1,
Yeah, because you can't read it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can, but it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and that like all the like late '80s, early '90s, that electronic stuff sucks so bad because it's the new electronic shit. It's the first time they put electronics in a car, so it's just like, damn, you've got somewhat electronics, still mechanical, and it just doesn't work well.
Yeah, versus now where everything's electrical.
Yeah,
almost everything's electrical. You still have combustion engines, but no, man. How you been though?
I'm good. I'm getting by,
living life,
pretty much. Yeah,
one day at a time.
Yeah.
We talked earlier. You watched Stranger Things, didn't you?
I did. I watched all of it.
Do you have any crazy theories?
Not. I don't
Spoiler
know.
alert, by the way. Anybody who hasn't watched the first half of season 5, skip through, because there's about to be spoilers.
Bro, it's just like, dude, they definitely knew what they were doing, because why would they show Vecna talking to Will in the first season, the first episode of season 5, and then at the end he's got powers? Like, if you
My
just
thing
add
is
the
why
dots
did
together,
why did Vecna come through the gate, talk to Will, stopped, and then went back in the gate like nothing happened?
Because I think he needs Will. Because like that's what I said.
No, because the
episode,
Demogorgon's got the kids.
On the first episode, do you remember when Vecna was like, "Me and you, Will, we're gonna take this world. We're gonna do great things."
Yeah.
I really do think that he needs Will, and if he can't get Will, because that's what I think Will is able to see everything because of Vecna. I think Vecna knew something about Will that everybody else didn't.
Yes, I agree with that. But if see Will getting powers completely screwed,
and that's why he won't fuck with Will, because he knows he needs Will. He's not strong enough to get him. That's why he wants all the kids.
So what I'm hearing is your theory is that Will's the strongest one, then it's Vecna, then it's 11, but Will just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah,
or I guess he does now.
Yeah, because the only reason 11 knows it, or Vecna, or as you call Henry in his past, the only reason they knew it is because they were special operations.
Because of Brenner.
Yeah.
Dude, hand me my phone. I'm going to play a TikTok for you. And and I'm gonna show it to you because I
Bruh.
sent it to Jordan.
Have you seen Have you seen any of the TikTok memes, bro?
So watch this and listen to this because this is like insane.
This is the reason that Vecna is so scared of.
Dude, these TikTok memes are so funny.
Oh yeah, of them. Yeah. So here's this. I saw this today. I sent it to Jordan and I tried to explain it, but over text, I just don't. I talk better than I text. So this one kind of explains a little bit more about Henry and putting things together with the Broadway series that they're doing.
The cave that Max and Holly are in. So if you didn't know, there's actually a prequel to Stranger Things, and it's a play on Broadway called The First Shadow, and it's going to be very important to how Stranger Things ends. So in this play, Henry Vecna lives in Nevada, and he likes to go explore this cave system with his spyglass. The same one that Holly takes from his bedroom, and if you were really paying attention, there's a little Easter egg. The shape on the opening of the spyglass is actually the exact same shape as the opening in the cave. Now, the play takes place in 1943, and this is when the government was working on an experiment to make their ships invisible for the war. When they tested this machine out on their first ship, things went terribly wrong and they got sent to Dimension X, where they were all killed by Demogorgons except for one person, Captain Brenner, who's actually Dr. Brenner's father. Years later, on his deathbed, Captain Brenner tells his son everything he knows about the experiment, and Dr. Brenner becomes obsessed with trying to recreate it. So he goes to work over at the Nevada Project, which is right near where Henry would explore these caves. On one of his explorations, he runs into a scientist that stole equipment from the Nevada Project and has been hiding out in this cave system. And what happens is that they both get transported to Dimension X, where Henry runs into the Mind Flayer that alters his blood, personality, and gives him his powers before escaping back to the real world. After everything that's happened in Nevada, Henry's family moves away to Hawkins to get away from it all. Dr. Brenner is aware of what's happened, and he follows them to Hawkins, starts Hawkins' lab so that he can find Henry and continue his work. And strange things are still happening around Henry, so Dr. Brenner convinces his family to send him to Hawkins' lab so that he can figure out what's going on and stop it. But really, he just wants to use Henry to find out what's in Dimension X, and when he tries to get Henry to kill someone using his powers, Henry leaves the lab because he's still a good kid at this point. But his family is still very afraid of who he's become, and one night he overhears his mom secretly talking to Dr. Brenner, telling him that they need to take him back and lock him up for good. And this betrayal by his own mother gets him so angry that he finally lets the Mind Flayer take over. And that's when it kills her at the family dinner and tries to kill the rest of his family too. So long story short, the cave that Max and Holly are in is actually the cave from Henry's darkest memory that started everything and ruined his life forever. This is the reason that Vecna is.
So is that
That's why Henry didn't go into the cave.
Is that all true? Or is that like
But that's based on I think that's based on the prequel.
Mm-hmm.
And based on because the prequel I think is more focused on Henry.
Oh, okay.
So it gives a backstory about Henry
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. And I think that's because if you go back and listen to the video, and for anybody who wants to listen to the video for themselves, I'll tell you the name of the account. Meekski, Meechski, and it's one word. But I'll play it again because at the beginning of the video he talks about the prequel. So here's the beginning of the video.
This is the reason that Vecna is so scared of the cave that Max and Holly are in. So if you didn't know, there's actually a prequel to Stranger Things, and it's a play on Broadway called The First Shadow, and it's going to be very important to how Stranger Things ends. So in this play, Henry Vecna lives in Nevada, and he likes to go explore this cave system with his spyglass. The same one that Holly takes from his bedroom, and if you were...
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Because, like
really
he said,
this is the reason that Vecna is so scared of the cave that Max and Holly are in. So if you didn't know, there's actually a prequel to Stranger Things, and it's a play on Broadway called The First Shadow, and it's going to be very important to how Stranger Things ends. So in this play, Henry Vecna lives in Nevada, and he likes to go explore.
So it's a play. So it's telling Henry's side of things before he went to Hawkins.
Yeah.
Because if you go back to season 4. If you go back to season 4, when Vecna was telling either Max or Nancy, I don't remember which one, or 11. It was one. It was Nancy. Yeah, she was giving Nancy the from starting from him being at Hawkins. He said, if you remember, Vecna says my parents thought it would be good for me for a change of scenery.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go back to this. It talks about Brenner and how his dad, this play
Mm-hmm.
talks about how Brenner's dad was on a ship in a I don't remember the year off the top of my head, but in a certain year, and the U.S. Army was trying to make their ships invisible.
Yeah.
The machine that they used and built sent that ship to the upside down.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was something X, Project X, or some weird shit like that. In the video, but talking about how they went to the upside down, Demogorgons killed everyone but Brenner's dad, and he was the only one to survive. And on his deathbed, he told Brenner, his son, about everything.
Mm-hmm.
So then Brenner became obsessed with it and started trying to figure it out. I'm sure the play talks about how Henry and Brenner came into contact with the family.
Yeah.
Then, I think. But then it talks about how Henry and his family moved to Hawkins. Brenner moved to Hawkins, started Hawkins Lab, and then to found Henry. Brenner convinced his parents to bring him to Hawkins Lab to work with him and figure things out, and as Brenner to help, quote unquote. And so eventually time kept going on, and Henry overheard his mother talking to Brenner,
Mm-hmm.
saying, basically in the sense of, he has to go somewhere, he has to be kept somewhere, some shit like that.
Yeah.
He overhears that, and Henry decides to let the mind flare take over, and he kills his family, puts himself in a coma.
Yep.
My theory is, when he put himself in a coma, from using his powers, he killed his mom, killed his sister, made it look like his dad killed him. So then in season 4, when they go to see Henry's dad at the psych ward, her, Nancy, and Robin,
Mm-hmm.
he talks about everything that was going on. He scratched his own eyes out because of what he saw. Now we know that Vecna takes eyes. We found that out from season 4.
Yeah.
And then, so his dad cut his eyes, whatever the case may be. And so my theory is, when he put himself in that coma, he went to the hospital because the generic police is going to respond to something like that.
Yeah.
He went to the hospital. Hawkins Lab found out he was at the hospital. I bet money they wrote a fake death certificate, and there's no way to prove this without talking to the producers themselves and seeing if they thought this deep into it.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, faked Henry's death, or everyone thought that the dad killed all three,
Yeah.
mom, sister, Henry. Okay, we found out from season 4 that's not true.
So you think it's Vecna?
No, Henry is Vecna. Henry is Vecna.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you think it's Henry?
Yes. So therefore, my point being is, I guess Brenner did some kind of, I guess people would bring their kids to the hospital. Hospital couldn't do nothing for them, so then Hawkins Lab found. Now, my thing is I think everyone, because Brenner wanted to get back to the Upside Down for whatever reason. That reason's unknown. And that's shitty. I wish we knew why he wanted to go. Like, I'm sure the play says why or anything like that, but none of us have watched the play.
Yeah.
So, but I think that I think because Will getting powers completely changed everything. Like, I have my theory. Like, why didn't Vecna walk into the cave when he was chasing Max?
I mean,
if you remember
it's
what
like-
he was saying,
that's like what Max said. I mean, that's the only place that he's so terrified that he won't go in.
why? I think I know why. Because that's the cave where he got his powers. And I guarantee you, the mind flare was just this pocket of black matter that we saw,
Yeah.
okay? And Henry was obsessed with spiders. So when Henry got to the upside down from 11 and he saw this black matter, he formed it to look the way it did, and he tells us that. So the mind flare's in control.
Mm-hmm.
But Vecna's the one who made the mind flare look the way it looked.
Yeah.
He's the one who made, he's doing all these things, building, making this, and the wall doesn't make sense.
The wall, dude, that...
What I think is it's the other side of the upside down where Vecna is hiding his memories. That's how Max is stuck there.
I don't know, because the wall, it's so out of the ordinary. I bet it's like what Dustin, how he found out that it's built in a pattern surrounding something. He's gatekeeping something. It's probably where all those kids are and everybody that Will saw. Like, I don't think,
because Dustin always talked about it's a circle to a center.
You say it's his memories, but I think it is something like that black matter. Like, he's keeping something there where he can keep all those humans held captive, because I don't think they're truly living in its memory. They're just like mentality wise, like they think like they're in a coma,
Yeah.
Because he saw him up against the wall.
Yeah.
From what Will saw. So it's like, yeah, it could be in his memories in such a way. Like, you just got to see through it in that way.
I don't know. I need Christmas to hurry up.
Yeah.
Because I need to see the next 2 episodes.
Dude, they're going to be having everybody watching it on Christmas. That's crazy. Out of every day you decide, let's just take everybody's fucking Christmas.
Well, think about all the families that have watched this show together.
Yeah, that's true. And
because for me, I watched NCIS and Law and Order with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we'd eat dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, I feel like it's just one of those now, one of those type of shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, gosh, it's so weird how most of them, like, all they say is back in the day. Like, all those TikToks I've been seeing recently, it's so funny. Like, the new gen just doesn't understand that it was placed back in the 60s. Well, not in the 60s necessarily.
Even before the internet.
Mm-hmm.
We're the first generation to grow up with cell phones. Me and my buddy were talking about that the other day. And, like, we're the first. So, like, I understand where, I guess the generation before ours, I can understand where they're coming from. Like, we had it way harder back then, blah, 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 because realistically, they did.
Yeah, realistically, yeah.
Realistically, they did. Because if you wanted to do like what we're doing right now, you'd have to go through someone else.
Yeah.
Or you'd have to have
so much more.
F ton of money.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of those things. Like, it's so easier now to start things like this than back then. But then you got to think about it. Like, it's your generation that created this.
Yep.
So why are you getting upset
at us and then complain about it?
Yeah, how are you going to be mad at us? But your generation created it.
Yeah, we're using what you made.
Yeah,
and
then now we have 18, 19-year-olds from our generation that are making it better because we grew up with it. We know the ins and outs. People have to siphon. Like you being like a tech guy. Like, you're learning stuff about computers. I'm sure there are things that if you had the ability and the knowledge and the resources to do, you would probably make your own computer that's ready to go right then and there.
Yeah.
and you don't have to do updates to it, or you
I
don't
mean,
have to do these things
It's
to
also
it.
like my dad talks about how I spend all this money on my computer shit, my sim ring. But I look at him and I'm like, if you were my age in this generation, you'd do
You
the
do the
same
same
thing.
thing.
And he says, and he agrees with me because he would. I mean, it's just
They didn't have
they
the
didn't have
access
it.
we had. So
No.
I think that, it's just one of them things, man. Like, you know, we genuinely have the world at the palm of our hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my biggest thing is learning how to one, make it work for me.
Yep.
Number two, and one thing I've learned is, you got to put some type of work into something.
Yeah, and it's like with technology, dude. Kids this generation,
think it's going to do it for them.
dude, it's not even that they take it for granted because they can do it for you. Like people coming to me asking me the most simple questions, and all I do is Google it. Like
Yeah.
you have it in the palm of your hand, like you just said.
You have to know what you're looking for. And like for me, like I told you today when we were going through the software stuff and doing all the software stuff like that, I called you. I said, I've done everything I know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I need help.
Yeah.
Like I've looked up, like you saw my browser, you saw my tab bar when I got here.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same thing. Best podcast editing software, best video editing software, all these different things. And I can't find anything, but I also didn't know how to work the computer the way you do.
That's true.
And
But
I
it's
can
also-
only click so many buttons at once, but then there's some things you can backtrack and there's some things you can't backtrack.
But it's also when it does come to that, it's like I just said, all you gotta do is Google it. Google how. It's simple. And it's like even with AI, people dude, they say it's gonna take jobs. It's gonna help your job. It's not gonna take it. They can't physically do your job.
That's very true. They can do the knowledge part of it.
Yeah.
They can't
It's
do the
like-
physical part of it
It'll
because
help you. It helps you more than anything.
I'm sure I bet money that if I tapped into GPT right now, write me a code for a video game that's a shooter kill video game, it'd do it.
But it wouldn't do it great.
No.
I would give you a base code.
Yeah, give me a base code and then I'd have to go in and put all these extra different zeros, ones and like break it down. But I also have to have the server to be able to take on a file like that.
Yep.
So I mean, I think AI will start wars. I think it will. I think AI will get, because you got to think about this. AI, artificial intelligence, it improves itself.
Yes, it does, but I don't think it'll start wars because if it did come to that circumstance and everybody realized that it is AI, it would just shut the internet down. We wouldn't have internet no more. Just wipe the slate clean.
Start over.
If it did come to wars, they would be using EMP grenades, and we wouldn't have any type of Wi-Fi or power.
So then it'd really go back to
We'd basically go back to
conventional warfare.
Yeah. We'd be relying on the resources we have, and that's about it.
I hadn't thought about it.
I
haven't thought about it that way.
AI is so strong. Like
I haven't thought about it that way.
People can't just sit here and say we're going to go to war.
I'm not saying we're going to go to war.
Yeah,
I'm saying
like,
that I think
it will cause war.
With all of these AIs, like you can write a script for an AI. It gives you a script with a voice. You can take that, put in a basic, for instance, the war thing. Trump standing at the presidential altar in the White House, reading script.
Mm-hmm.
Put that script in. I think AI will get to a point, and I think me and Jake talked about this off podcast. I think AI will get to a point, like he said, to where, someone will make something to where they'll make it a threat and send it to another country. Now, my hope is
they can do that, but also
my hope is they'll do their own investigation.
Decrypting,
yeah, because they're going to encrypt the whole thing.
But if it is possible that somebody lets AI generate something like that, because you can lock AI down, like you can control AI, you can limit it to what it does, and if they do have it to where they want to lock it, or they can do that, they're gonna decrypt it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately. This dude named Fern, Fern, Fern. He just does a whole bunch of documentaries about criminals and stuff. And lately, I've been watching ones about like hackers. These three teenagers that hacked into Disney, Xbox, Microsoft, Warner Brothers, like huge companies, and just got away with it for a little while until he realized the FBI was building a case on him. And
Were
like
they stealing anything?
they weren't necessarily
Or were
stealing
they just
anything. They were
sitting
just,
in there,
I mean,
basically,
they did
searching?
some illegal things. Like they started off on hacking and like selling the hacks, or showing you how to do it, blah blah blah, etc.
Yeah.
And it's like these are major, like these kids who are just sitting in their room doing this, and major $1 million companies.
Well, that's like that one hacker, that one 14-year-old kid on his dad's laptop hacked into the CIA or the FBI and took quit pulling on the cord. But he like took files. He took files, put them in a folder, locked the folder down on a hard drive, and the FBI still to this day has not been able to open it.
Yeah.
Clinically insane. Kid's still alive, by the way.
Yeah.
And they just won't. I figured they would ask him and be like, will you open this now? Granted, he probably said no, but he's also not allowed to use. I think that his agreement was that he had to help. He had to write a 500-page essay on what he did wrong, why he did it, and how it can help. And then, he's not allowed to have access to basic computers.
Yeah, there's like, that's what I've saw in a lot of them about the hackers. When they do get in trouble, they'll give you like computer probation, basically. Like if you do use it, it's monitored.
Yeah,
it's insane.
But I also think that they force those kids to help the.
Not necessarily. They'll give you a plea deal. I mean, would you rather sit in jail or would you rather get paid helping the government?
I don't think. Well, you're a felon at that point. You can't work for the government.
Not necessarily. Like those 3 kids I told you about that hacked into that, 2 of them got jobs helping out with the government because of what they know how to do. Them being able to do that that's advantages for the government.
That is very true.
It's the same way as like how the CIA, a journalist cracked down on the CIA, helping smuggle cocaine, and it was an undercover, but still. Your government smuggling cocaine.
Yeah, that's bad.
And then it shows all these conspiracy theories about how the journalist got killed, blah, blah, blah. There was one dude that worked undercover for the CIA when, what's his name? Big cocaine dealer. What was his name? Pablo Escobar, yeah. Was in there for him, and they have, like, solid pictures, and somebody leaked the pictures of him, and then the dude died, like, the next couple of days.
Shit.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. CIA's powerful.
But they can't work on U.S. soil.
It's weird.
They can't go. They're not. So the FBI is only allowed to go undercover on U.S. soil, and the CIA is foreign.
Yep.
I don't remember what the CIA stands for, but I think it's Criminal Investigation Agency.
Something like that. I'm not really too sure. It's big boy words.
Yeah. But I think that I'd love to have a CIA agent on. I'd love to have just because I know you can't tell me certain things, but I want to know everything you can tell me.
Yeah. What do you know?
What can you tell me where you won't either A, get assassinated, or B, disappear for the rest of your life and be stuck in a prison cell?
Yeah, but also those conversations are scary. What if they do end up telling you something and then you're gone,
That ain't got nothing to do with me. I didn't say it.
That's true. Think about also witness protection and stuff.
I didn't say it.
Think about how powerful that is. The government has the power to drastically change who you are, your life, and everything.
Your social security, your driver's license number, everything.
They can. You know how many people are probably made up in this world?
I bet money we've met people who are in protective.
Just day to day
Just day to day,
for sure. Especially where we live, dude. It's who's here?
And so many people have moved here too.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me
you're just not another Yankee, bro?
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Why are you coming down from the center of New York and your background is and you talk like a gangster, but your background is a criminal justice degree. Or
Yeah.
not a criminal justice
Yeah.
degree, but like your background is in a degree of like computer science or
How do you-
business or something like that.
How do you know how to cook meth, but you're in computer science? Like,
Who'd you snitch on? Yeah, you snitched on somebody. Why you down here?
You locked Terry up, didn't
You mean to tell me you got brought down here to work for Google? Okay.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Okay. Maybe Ryobi, not Google.
Yeah, Ryobi, not Google. Even then.
Okay.
All right, bub. Dope. You know how to make crystal meth, but yet you're a computer science major.
Right.
What the fuck?
You over there making some shake and bake, but you work on computers for a living? All right.
I just don't. I don't know. I think that not even. I just think that I don't even know how to put it into words, I guess. Just cutting out, like, if you go back and cut out all the BS and you start like what people I think people forget to do basic research. Headlines are not reading headlines is not research.
Yeah. You really got to go into it. You can't just skim it for like 5-10 minutes and say, "Oh, I know this." Like,
yeah, like
do your research.
Like I have the WYFF app, and I get these like.
It's not even that. If you just read off of that, you still need to go and look at other weather chat, the other apps and shit,
and see what else they have to say. Like,
yeah, because everything's
that's
not
just
all
clinically. Because I feel like that's another thing that like people don't quite understand is you can just number one, unless you're gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, or some kind of profession that acts like engineering, architecture, like something that actually needs like a full-fledged degree.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you go to school for business, you go to school for media arts, you go to school for production classes or anything like that. If you're going to school for free, do it.
Yeah,
but
100%.
if you have to pay for it, don't do it. You can literally learn for free online.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing with this.
Right.
Like I'm just going through the motions and figuring out how to work it and, put on my own production and things like that. And, we're moving slow, but we're moving.
Yeah.
We're making progress day by day.
I agree with you.
So I just think that there's this whole concept behind school that's like and granted, we've gotten away from it a lot.
I do think school is very useful. Like to the right person, school is the best thing possible.
To the right person.
But like if you talk about school with me though, like I haven't been to an actual school since I was 13, 14, and I've had a full-time job since. I've learned so much from a job than what a person can from school. But a person from school knows so much more than what I know on different subjects.
But then again, we're also talking about high school, and I think that high schools should not be. Yes, you need basic English. Yes, you need basic math.
Yeah.
You know how many people I've met with a degree that went to school for 7 years that's never used the Pythagorean theorem?
I mean, it's like all the extracurricular shit. Like I don't really think you have to go so far into it.
Like how schools do it now.
Because I have an eighth grade education, and I could go all the way with my job for that any day.
Yeah,
all day.
But I guess it just depends on what you want to do. Because some jobs,
right? That's what I mean.
Some jobs you don't need certain things or this, that, the third. But like I went to school for welding, and when I got out into the workforce, like, I mean, yeah, it's going to take you a little bit longer than going to school, but you can learn just about everything you need to learn on the job site.
On the job, getting paid.
Exactly.
You're getting paid to be there. You're not paying them to be there.
Exactly. And I just think that, you look into all these things and like the best thing I can do to describe it, like cars. Like cars, like, yes, some jobs like diesel mechanics, I want to see your certificate because I'm paying a lot of money. Semi mechanics, I want to see your certificate because I'm paying, again, a lot of money. But like a general car mechanic, as long as you know what you're doing, You don't need a certificate.
Day-to-day maintenance on a car, bro, you don't need it. If you can watch a YouTube video,
I put a transmission in by myself. I've never, or not by myself, but like
with
I had a
some
lot
help,
of,
but
I had a
yeah.
lot of help, but like I still was up under there learning, figuring out how to do it. And I mean, now I feel like I could do a 4L60 transmission to a 5.3 like it ain't like no
It's
problem
nothing,
now.
yeah. Dude, you and Nate, bro. You and Nate with them dang 4
I don't have mine anymore. I don't have mine anymore. I sold mine.
Dude.
I will be getting another one in like 10, 15 years though, because I'm building another
Nate's-
one.
So yours was easier to do than Nate's. Nate's, we had to take the whole front diff out, everything.
What?
Yes.
For the transmission?
Well, the reasoning is because we took the trans out and he was like, dang, my oil pan's leaking.
What does that have to do with the front diff?
We can't get the oil pan out. It was in the way. So we
The
had
damn single cabs.
no, it's got the half cab. So it was like
Oh.
oil pan differential and then it going that way. And I was like, the transfer case, not differential, transfer
Oh.
case.
That
It was-
has to come out
It was
regardless.
so in the way, bro. And oh my god. And
My
we were
transfer,
lucky though.
did you
We
help
had it
with
on
my
my list.
transfer case?
Yeah.
You did?
Not with your transfer case. I
You helped with
the
my
trans-
transmission.
with the
Were you
trans.
there when I took the transfer case out?
I don't think so.
Dude,
no.
it came out like butter.
Really?
Like butter.
Butter.
Because you take that, so if you're looking up at it
Uh-huh.
and your head's, the top of your head's facing the hood or the front of the car,
Yeah.
you're looking at it. So you have your transmission here, you have your differential, your transfer case comes out right here and is right here. There's that support bar coming here. Well, take all the support down, hold the transmission up with a jack.
Yeah.
Then you go through, you loosen, don't take the nuts off, but you loosen all the nuts around the transfer case.
Uh-huh.
Take your drive shaft out before you do all that. Take your front drive shaft out,
Yeah.
obviously. And then once you take that support out, get another jack to support the transfer case.
Mm-hmm.
And then all you have to do once you take all those bolts and you have it supported and everything's disconnected, all the
Yeah.
wires are unplugged, all you have to do is just wiggle it
Start
out.
going,
It wasn't that big of a pain. Now, granted, I had a Tahoe, so a lot more space to work with.
I don't
but
necessarily. I think the chassis are all the same, like the bolting points and everything. I just think you had more room.
I think my frame was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I think that I have the same. I think I have a little bit shorter frame than a 1500,
Mm-hmm.
but I also have a little. I feel like it's a little bit
Way
wider.
more width for sure.
I feel like it's a lot
100%.
bit wider.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have more. So you might lose length,
Mm-hmm.
but they make up for it with the width.
Yep.
But I think the frame is generically the same. Because tell me why I can take the transmission out of Nate's truck and put it in my Tahoe. You know what I mean? They're all the same.
They're all the same.
It's just the frames might be a little bit longer,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Yep.
And then everything bolts right up. So, not saying you could take a Tahoe body and put it on a 1500, or take a 1500 and put it on a Tahoe
you could probably
frame.
put a 1500 body on a Tahoe body. You just couldn't put this full size bed on it. It had to be a short bed.
Probably.
Like yeah,
Because from the
there's
grill,
some
from the
storage for
grill,
sure.
because Chevy does it now. Even now, GM still does it, because from the grill to the dash,
Mm-hmm.
it's the exact same. So each year model is the exact same.
Yeah.
Tahoe, Yukon, Silverado, Sierra,
Mm-hmm.
they're all the same. Now, you can't go and take a 2010 and put it on a 2006.
No.
But you could take a 2008 and swap parts with a 2010.
Yeah, it's just the chassis style, the generation.
And I mean, it's the engineering too. Like, Chevy did it smart, in my opinion. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you look at all the F-150s and the Dodges and all that, as long as it's the same, if it's the same, like a Gen 4 bumper for a Dodge can go on a Gen 2.
Yeah.
Which, to me, makes sense. But why?
I don't know. Compatibility, I guess, when they stop making them. I don't necessarily know.
Versus,
I mean,
like, you can't take a
it's-
Durango
it's-
transmission
it's
and put it
easier-
in a
it's-
truck.
It's easier to keep manufacturing the same parts. I mean, just the reuse same
Yeah.
parts. I mean, it can be different. Like, it can be a different shell, but some of the plugs may be the same, you know? Because it's
Very
just
true.
they don't have to redesign everything.
Yeah. But then again, if you look at it, Chevy has it to where you can take a transmission out of a Tahoe and put it in a 1500 or vice versa.
Yeah.
How come I can't get a 1500 Dodge truck, take the transmission out of that, same motor, same transmission, but I can't put it in a Durango? And if I'm wrong, tell me. And if I'm wrong, tell me, because I'm personally not a Dodge fan, so I've never worked on them.
I'm not sure either. I don't like Dodge.
I've never worked on them.
You either Dodge it or ram it. I mean, it tells you that.
But like, it's just one of those things where like you sit down and you think about it. It's like, can you really?
I really want to
like is it the same
my
thing?
Chin on the microphone.
Oh, I do it all the time.
It feels good.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I like Chevy. Which is odd because I'm also an Audi fan. Okay, why don't you like Audi? Why don't you like Audi? Hit me with it.
I don't like Audi. Don't get me wrong. They're beautiful cars. They have beautiful luxury interiors. But have you ever seen a timing chain on one? Most mechanical engine work you gotta do on that thing, you have to pull the motor.
Oh yeah.
And that's so retarded in my opinion. I can't do it. And the timing chain, dude, oh my god, look at an Audi timing chain, bro. It's insane. It's like engineered and then engineered again and then one more time. Like they over-engineered the hell out of those.
That's motors. Look at BMWs, look at Mercedes.
I got to give it to them. BMW's way more simple than that Audi motor.
Oh, well, yeah, BMW is simpler than Audi and Mercedes both.
But yeah,
I don't like BMW. I mean, I do. I like the M Sports. That's it.
I like certain BMWs, certain motors that they've made in certain model cars. I don't like all BMWs.
I like same thing with Mercedes, like Mercedes and Audi. I like their performance cars, but one thing I like about Audi is my sister has an A4. I want an S4. The only difference between those two cars is the motor. I can take an S4 motor and put it in an A4 and make it an S4. So that's why, because it's kind of the same concept as Chevy, but you can, like, I could go put a 6.0 in my and when I have my Tahoe, I could have put a 6.0 in my Tahoe.
Yeah.
I could have put a 6.2 with a supercharger in my Tahoe if I wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
And, you know, it might not be the high trim motor, but I could take a high trim motor and put it in that. Like, I love the S4s. Like, you were asking about my wallpaper on my laptop. That's an S4. So it's a V6. It's a supercharged V6. I like supercharged over turbo any day because I think there's too much engineering that goes into turbos, and I'm not all about that.
They do the same thing, but a supercharger is more reliable when it comes to it because you're using the engine's power.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessary. You're adding.
It's still forced induction.
Yeah.
It's still forced induction, but it's not as, because like with a supercharger. With a supercharger,
you're risking a lot more with a turbo too, like oil supply and just way more.
You got to add a radiator, or add radiators, or upgrade radiators.
But you definitely make more power off the turbo.
Yeah, but that also makes sense why superchargers are more expensive though, because
they're more efficient.
They're more efficient, and you know, twin turbo might beat a supercharger any day of the week.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to blow my car up on the third run.
Right. I mean, there's reliable turbo cars you can do.
Well, yeah, but you got to throw $10,000 into them.
If you are building something that's just like non-turbo, then you don't know much, and people haven't boosted much on it. Yeah, it wouldn't last that long. Yeah. But it's like, say you take like a Honda, like I want to do, like some of the K series and D series.
Well, those are built for that though.
They literally. I mean, it's just you can take that bone stock motor and get 400 or 500 horsepower out of a 2,000-pound car. That's insane. That's fast.
Yeah.
Power to weight ratio. People have numbers so jacked up nowadays that they don't even understand what power is. If you have a 300-400 horsepower car and you weigh less than 3,000 pounds, dude, you're fast. That's quick. I mean, it's not like you're going to be the fastest in the world, but that's fun. That's a fun car.
Yeah. Versus, you don't have to have a V8 to be fast.
No, you don't. You really don't.
I know plenty of people, like my buddy has a AMG. It's the 6.2 liter V8. It's a P31. So it's a yeah.
Yeah.
It's got slotted rotors and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one time like we would bully scat packs.
Mm-hmm.
Bully scat packs. So I started looking into it. If you took the motor and trans out of those cars and put them in the Mercedes, you'd get the same result. But because they make the Challengers, the Chargers, and the Durangos so heavy,
Yep.
they can't perform. That's why they have to have a supercharger. But even then,
That's
we
why
still
they waste so much.
we could still keep in within a bus length of a supercharged Hellcat until it hit power band.
I mean, it's
Sometimes even less.
It's also the fact of how much those motors actually weigh. Like those Hemis, bro. Hemis weigh so much. That's another reason why I don't like Dodge, because LS and Ford, they have a motor that makes the same amount of horsepower, if not more, that weighs like half of what your Hemi does.
Yeah. And if you have anything over a 5.7, expect a lifter ticket 150,000 miles.
Dude, not even that. I can't lie. Chevy's doing the right thing and bringing the 5.7 back and discontinuing
The 5.3. Yeah.
Which honestly, I don't understand. Like my dad told me about this. He got this vision in my mind. Props to him for that. He said that it doesn't make sense that they went to the 5.3 because they already had a 5.7 base. They already knew what it could do. Why not keep doing that
And make it better.
Mm-hmm. And so why waste all this time on a 5.3 when you already have the platform for one of the best motors you've ever made?
But what if this whole time they've been using the 5.3 as like a
test?
as like a cursor and a test, because you're not going. The only thing the leader does is change the bore size of your cylinders.
Yeah.
So you're going from a 5.3 to a 5.7. So you're only going up what, 4?
Yeah, but
you're
you
only
gotta think
going
about
up
also how much money that's saving or could cost them. Like they could have saved and made so much more money just staying on the 5.7 platform.
Or what if it was costing too much to produce the 5.7?
That's true.
And they were trying to figure out
And
a cheaper
also,
way to do it, but the
user-
5.3 was cheaper to make.
User-friendly 5.7s, though. Imagine how cheap and efficient it'd be to build a 5.7 if they made them like they did 5.3s.
Or they're trying to start a new generation like they did with the 5.3s.
Yeah, like that. Hopefully, it's going to be good. Like I'm excited.
I think
that
the first thing that's going to happen when it's in a truck,
Hopefully-
SUV, or
Hopefully, it'll
a
be like
car.
their LS1 all aluminum. All
Dude.
aluminum block.
Dude,
That'd
you
be
were preaching to
awesome.
the choir, or like they use it for, not a Z01,
They just
but
come out
like
with
they
Pontiac again. Throw the 5.7 back in it.
do it. They need to do it.
Like the WS.
If they brought Pontiac back, okay, realistically, you take all the cars that were made back then, okay. You take all the cars that were made back then, modernize them. Oh, the Firebird, buddy, you ain't touching it. Sorry.
There's a lot of them, bro.
Sorry.
Even like the
They're not touching it.
Roadrunners and shit. Like all of the old ones, bro. They could have dealerships lined up everywhere. Everybody'd be buying them.
because and then especially when like wrecks happen, people are gonna be diving into LKQs and junkyards and like where they at.
Dude, yeah.
Where your
5.7.
Yeah, where that 5.7 at, butter?
With that 10-speed transmission. in it,
Oh
bro.
God, dude, that's gonna be disgusting.
You know it's gonna have an 8 or 10 speed in it.
Oh,
bro.
100%.
Dude.
The first to second gear is gonna be
Fuck
It's
a
gonna be quick.
Fuck a single cab F-150, bro. 2027 Sierra. Single cab Sierra. Come on. 1,500, bro. You know that busts. Oof. Like,
Oh yeah,
dude, that
slap a supercharger on it, buddy,
dude, Chevy could hurt Ford's feelings with that.
and get with cat. Okay, and I think I just thought of something. Okay, I don't know how much about F1 you know, but me and my buddy were talking the other day, and I'm a AMG fan when it comes to F1.
Yeah,
I'm an AMG fan.
I'd rather watch rally. I don't watch
hate
much
that-
like actual competitive racing.
I hate that Lewis,
Tyndall?
no, Hamilton went to Ferrari because I think he
I
would
thought
have.
you were talking about our buddy Lewis.
No. I hate the fact that Lewis went to Ferrari because I think he would have made twice as much money. But then I also saw a video today where Lewis sold all of his cars and is
Really?
trying to make a modern F40, whatever 40 Ferrari. It's an older
Yeah.
Ferrari, but he's trying to modernize it and call it the F44 for his number.
Uh-huh.
But I can't blame him for going to Ferrari because like every kid's dream racing is to race for Ferrari.
I mean, why wouldn't you? If you're going into it like that, and the top cars your whole life is Ferrari, why wouldn't you? Just to even live it, even if you
Yeah.
didn't need it or you're taking a pay degrade, bro. Why
Just to
wouldn't
say
why
you
would-
did it.
I drove for Ferrari. Fuck you. You know.
Yeah.
Like what?
And, well, the Ferrari's been having trouble. Hamilton is not liking their cars. Anyway, back to what I was saying about Cadillac and GM. Let's bring it back over to this side of the pond. Cadillac's joining F1 in 2026.
Are you for real?
I'm dead ass. Cadillac and Audi both are joining F1 in
That's
2026.
weird. I wonder what motor Cadillac's going to use.
A GM
That's
motor.
So weird.
They're using a GM motor. It came out the other day that they're using a one of one for their racing motor that they're developing. What if it's a spin off the 5.7 or the new motors that they've made?
It's not even that. It's probably some like V10 or V12 that nobody's known about. If we get the blueprints for that and somebody makes it on their own, that's going to be rough.
Or they patent it and start making supercars.
Yeah.
Like, more than just a Corvette.
Yeah. What would they even call it?
I don't know. I don't get paid the big bucks to figure that out. They can figure that out. But I think that number one, I think the worst decision GM could have ever made was
LTZ Plus.
taking the Corvette and making it a mid-engine car.
Bro, it's so stupid. They should have kept it the same.
The same. But Dodge and Ford have three different main type of supercars.
That is true.
They all have three different types of supercars.
Chevy doesn't have a single one.
Chevy has your generic Camaro and your Corvette.
Those are considered muscle. Well, Corvette's considered a sports car.
Yeah.
Sports muscle.
So is Mustang.
Yeah.
Mustang. Ford has
But Ford has had a mid-engine car since the GT.
So Ford, the GT40s,
Mm-hmm.
you have now the GTDs, and then you have your Mustangs.
Yep.
So that's how it should go. So why did Chevy or GM not have the Corvette and the Camaro
Mm-hmm.
from 3.2, and then they should have took the body style that they used for the new Corvettes and made another supercar,
I
mid-engine
agree
car,
with you. It shouldn't
and
have been
keep
called
the
Corvette.
style and keep the style
They
of the
should've-
Corvette they had.
They should have kept the Corvette original and it went a completely different platform. But that's probably also what we talked about money-wise. You know.
I mean,
So
but
much
think about it. If you made a supercar, because think about it like this: Vipers, very extensive process to get one.
Oh yeah.
GT40s, you have to apply to get one. Okay, GTDs, same thing. You have to. They're $300,000, but you can buy them.
I mean,
You
but
can
that's a
buy
car
'em.
that those major companies don't want every person in the world to be able to get their hands on because of people like Whistling Diesel.
No, I understand that, but why not make another one and just complete the trifecta
Yeah, that's true.
instead of sitting here trying to have, because you don't have the SS Malibu anymore, and you don't have the El Caminos, you don't have your SS Monte Carlos. They don't make them anymore.
It's like they're all.
So where's our third at?
It's like all these car manufacturers are trying to go ways nobody wants us to go to except for the rich people.
Which I mean is it's understandable because if you make a supercar, you're appealing to the people who can afford them.
Yeah.
That's understandable. But what
What about the people
why
who
not
can't
give
drive
it?
them,
What?
you know?
Why not give us another car or a new car, since we're going into a new era of racing and a
Mhm.
new era of performance? Don't change
Yeah.
what we love.
Yeah.
Don't change it. Because
Make it
I
new.
worked at a Chevy dealership, so I learned a lot about the C8s.
Mm-hmm.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
They are not worth. I wouldn't pay $75,000 for them.
There's no way. There's no way.
A
I'd
Z01
pay
I'll pay
$75,000.
$100,000 for, and that's just because of the motor and suspension and all
because,
that.
Yeah, you have the money into it, but Corvette, there's no
Like a
way.
base model Corvette, there's no reason they should be going for $95,000 to $100,000. Why is a
Yeah.
base model Corvette now going for $95,000 to $100,000? It makes no sense.
You
the whole
talk
per-
about that, you're getting into another subject.
The whole purpose of
Inflation.
the whole purpose of the Corvette was to be an affordable sports car,
And it's not anymore.
and it's not anymore. So why they could have made a C8 and changed.
No, it was lagging. It was just lagged.
You could have made the C8 and changed.
Real quick though, do you want to pause it and save this and see how much gigabyte it takes up? Because what is that? Is that an hour of recording?
Hour and 5 minutes. I mean,
Okay.
we're about to wrap this up anyway. So
Okay.
I say we just finish out this conversation. We'll do the outro and then.
All right.
Okay. Sound
And we
good to
can
you?
play some video games.
Yeah, I want to try that. I want to try that sim rig. But back to what I'm saying, like don't change what we love, because when the C8s came out, I remember calling one of my buddies who I'm not friends with anymore, and I literally said this is the worst decision GM could have ever made,
Oh yeah, 100%. Like why?
because you ruined it.
in
To
all-
me, as an enthusiast and as a Corvette enthusiast, I might not know every little bolt like some people do, but I love Corvettes. I love the sleek look, and dude, it was Chevy's better version of a Viper.
I agree with you, but in all reality though, it's not that it's just your opinion that matters. It's everybody in the world.
Yeah, no, I
So it's just
understand
like
that.
we can't take it for granted. We got what we like. We can get it.
We finally got a mid-engine car from
Yeah.
GM, which I mean I'm happy about, but like we are in a new age. GM
I mean,
has
it's
been.
also, I guess it's also could be a good thing. They're keeping everything original. Keep the value to it, you know.
I mean,
Think
yeah.
about how valuable those old Corvettes are going to be soon.
Yeah,
like,
that
they're
makes me
gonna
very
look
upset
so
because
good.
I don't have my C5 yet. If
I
I
think-
already had a Corvette or like a C6 or a C5,
I think if I
I'd
was
be
to
like,
choose,
"Ah."
if I was the genuine choose, any car I wanted off the lot, it'd be a Chevy SS, like a
Just
tw-
any Chevette
20
SS, or
2016 to like 2018 Chevy SS.
So
it
Camaro.
has to be Malibu Chevy SS.
oh yeah,
A true Chevy SS. I want it to be manual, but they have the 6.0 or 6.2 liter in them.
it's the same motor as the Blackwing
Also, you can get the
Cadillacs.
they go down to like 2012 or 2014, but it was before the Hellcats were made. Chevy came out with the adaptive suspension, so
Mhm.
like when you change it to like racing drag and stuff, it adjusts and stiffens and all that. They did that before Dodge, and most people like you don't ever see anything about that.
To all
And
my
that's-
Dodge owners,
That's all in a daily driver sedan that you could fit 5 people in, that has 500 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque off the lot in a sedan that weighs what 4,500 pounds compared to your 7,000 pound Hellcat.
I want to race an S63 AMG versus a SS Malibu. I want to see that.
It'd probably be a good race, and it's such a
I wanna see
buildable
that.
motor too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's GM, so
Cam, you buy the car. Say you get the car 25, 30 grand.
you can pay
25, 30K. You get a 500 horsepower car. Say you put,
unheard of.
Say you
Unheard
put,
of.
Say you put $5,000 and cam lifters and all that. You got 650 to the wheel, easy.
Oh, easy.
Easy with a
new motor like that? Yeah.
Easy, bro.
Easy. And it's not.
And it's consistent. And that's naturally aspirated.
That's terrifying.
That's naturally aspirated. Yeah.
Naturally. Imagine throwing a supercharger on that. You're pushing almost 700.
Yeah,
Bigger pulley, you're almost pushing
The
750.
newer Chevy SSs are like fancy Cadillacs, but not Cadillac price.
What are they putting the SSs in? Just the Camaros?
So, all they have SS on is Camaros right now. They discontinued the Chevy SS, which fucking sucks.
Yeah,
like,
the
wow.
Malibus.
Yeah. You can get them.
Well,
It's-
they discontinue
still make
Malibus
'em.
and all.
They discontinue them in Australia too. They're called Holdens in Malibu. I mean, not
In
Malibu,
Australia?
Australia. Dude, the Holden badges are so cool. So cool, bro.
Oh, I've never seen them.
Dude, a Chevy SS Holden badge is so cool. It's the Australian Chevy badge for the car.
So Chevy puts it on before they ship it.
Chevy, Australia has a special badge for this car.
That's actually clinically insane.
Well, if my phone will load, I would like to show you the picture. Instead of it being, the regular Chevy logo, it's that.
It's a fucking lion?
Yes, bro.
Dude!
Yes, that's what they're driving in Australia.
Look at the back of them.
I know.
Oh, someone has one in Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, you can order the badges and stuff. You can convert it. It's easy.
Really?
A lot of people do that because you can import a true Holden, so you can make a Holden or you can import a true Holden.
So what's the difference? The logos?
What's the difference between a Chevy SS and a Holden SS? I think there is differences between them, but I'm not too sure. They could be the same car. I don't think it's just the badges. I think there's like different suspension stuff.
Yeah.
No, I'm right. Okay, yeah, it is just cosmetic stuff. It's cosmetic and specific, like such as badge and steering wheel and available options.
So you can choose to make it look like a Malibu, or you can choose to make it look Australian.
Yeah. You can get it in right hand. If you get it the Holden, it's right hand drive.
Yeah, I want
a V8.
that.
A V8
I want
is
that.
right hand drive.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
The Holden offered more range of options, like interior options and stuff. So you could probably get a more luxurious and better performing one than a Chevy SS, but it's still the same car. It's still, you can buy all the Holden upgrades and put it on your Chevy SS. Did we both just hear that? That came out of my computer.
That came out of your computer?
It came out of my computer.
Oh, it did? I was like, huh. But all right, man. I think we're going to wrap it up real quick. I want to just real quick, thank you, man.
Yeah,
thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and talk to me on this.
I had nothing to do today.
Get it done.
It's good.
Helping me out. I needed to get this done, but
yeah.
But nah, man. No, I think I had a lot of fun today. I enjoyed talking to you. It's been a while.
I'm ready to be on another one. Maybe with a group of buddies,
Oh yeah. So
set up another mic or two.
Oh yeah. So I got to get a new mixer for that. So that's in the works. But man, thank you so much.
You're welcome, dude. Anytime.
For everyone else at home.
Hey, you listen. This guy is telling me thank you. He packed all of his recording stuff and set it up at my house. We're in my house right now, in my bedroom. I have pajamas on.
Hey, man. Everybody's chasing a dream. Sometimes you got to move to chase that dream.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, at least I only live 5 minutes away.
Thank God. I was in the Jeep too.
I know, in the rain.
But for everybody at home, thank you for listening to the Barely Adulting podcast. This is episode 3, and like I said at the beginning, this is a start to a very, very long journey. And thank you for taking roughly the hour to hour and a half out of your day to listen to me and my buddy ramble on about cars, life, and
random
comedy
stuff.
and theories. But just thank y'all for taking the time out of y'all's day. I know everybody's got a busy day, so I hope you learned something. And if you have anything, like we were talking about cars and stuff like that, if you have anything to add, drop it on in the comments, drop a like on the video. And if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends, share it with your family. This is meant for everybody, not just a specific type of people. We talk about everything on here. But thank y'all again. Thank you, Kason, for taking the time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And we look forward to having you on another one, and hopefully it'll be video recorded. The next one will be that you're on.
Oh yeah.
So, and like I said, just a quick reminder for everybody. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, we'll be releasing the first ever video podcast on YouTube. So everybody be looking out for that. You can go on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook and Twitter to find. You can either put in the Barely Adulting Podcast or Barely Adulting Pod for some. And then on Facebook, it's going to come up with my name, Angus Fisher, but with the logo on the screen, match the logo to the profile. And right there, you'll get, I'll be posting updates on when I post, when episodes are live. And any kind of updates going forward with the podcast will all be on social media, and then we'll obviously keep you updated here on the actual podcast. So just keep an eye out for that stuff. And thank y'all again, and we look forward to seeing y'all on the next one.